Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a really interesting and important topic, which is why do some people find love while others can't? And I'm going to be taking you through 4 main reasons why this happens. And I want to start by saying this. It is impossible not to find a relationship. No matter how conventionally or unconventionally beautiful you are, or how conventionally or unconventionally smart you are, anyone can find a relationship. I mean, look around you, look on the street, on the tube. You don't have to look or be a certain way to be in a relationship. Now, the reason most people that are single is because of their standards, or rather said, criteria for choosing someone. There's a really interesting statistic that says that on dating apps, women swipe right on only 14% of guys. Guys are a bit more generous. They swipe right on 46% of females. This means, specifically women, dismiss 86% of potential matches without even talking to them, without even considering them. So just want to highlight that it is statistically impossible, when you swipe through hundreds and hundreds of people, for there not to be at least one person or several that have the potential to be in a relationship and to be a good partner for you that you don't even take into consideration. Which brings me to my first reason why most people are single is because of their unrealistic expectations. It's very interesting how these expectations change throughout the course of time. If you compare it to our parents or grandparents' generation, they didn't have these super high expectations. So what happened? And the answer is Hollywood movies, social media influencers, princess books, influencers posting about their really perfect and real relationships. All of these things made us kind of create this idealistic image of what love is supposed to look like, which is completely out of touch with reality, because they promote this image of love is always supposed to be, super intense, and there's a lot of chemistry, and you're always in this honeymoon phase, and you're always happy, or it's super passionate, and you should be looking for Prince Charming or Cinderella, which is perfect and is gonna buy you flowers every day and kiss your ass, basically. And as a result, people really look for perfection in relationships. Nowadays you ask people, sometimes I have clients coming to me and they tell me, well, I can't find a relationship and it's because I have really high standards. I'm like, okay, tell me your standards. And they literally show me a list of 5 pages of what their future relationship partner is supposed to look like. And the problem is, people forget to be realistic, but also look at themselves. Because yes, you might be looking for Prince Charming or Cinderella, but you forget that you yourself have imperfections, that you yourself have qualities, characteristics, traits that someone will have to compromise on to be in a relationship with you. The truth is, none of us are flawless. We all have imperfections, and it's important to be realistic. Every happy, healthy, long-lasting relationship starts with self-awareness and growth. That's why I highly recommend that you talk to a therapist to understand yourself better and to improve the quality of your relationships and life. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you to a credentialed therapist that is trained to listen and give you unbiased, helpful advice. You'll start out by filling a questionnaire to assess your specific needs, and then in less than 48 hours, usually you'll get matched with a therapist. However, if you feel like the therapist you get is not a good fit for you, you can easily switch therapists at no additional cost. Over 4 million people have used BetterHelp to start living happier and healthier lives, and if you do think you need therapy, please do consider BetterHelp. Click the link in my description or visit betterhelp.com/Francesca. Clicking this link helps support my channel, and it also gives you 10% off your first month with BetterHelp, so you can find a therapist and see if it helps you. I just wanted to add that I personally do therapy. I've been doing it for a few years, and it's changed my life on so many different levels. My therapist helped me realize that it's okay for my relationship, for my partner not to be perfect, and to stop looking for this idealized love that you see in Hollywood movies. And it's okay to fight. It's okay not to match on every possible level. It's okay not to be in a constant state of fulfillment and loving your relationship. And, kind of helping me to understand myself and to throw away all these unrealistic expectations made me be in the healthiest relationship and most loving relationship that I've ever been in right now. So super grateful for her advice, and that's why I recommend to anyone, friends, family, to get therapy. I think it's such an important part of life, and I think it can benefit anyone, no matter who you are. We all have problems, if it's not with relationships, maybe it's with your career or something else, but it's so valuable and important. All right, so moving on to number 2, the reason why people don't get in relationships or find love. And it is looking for the wrong qualities. A lot of people will say they have a type, which also often has to do with really superficial stuff like, physical attraction, appearance, charisma, charm, seduction, chemistry. And it's super important if you do want to get in a long-term relationship that you look for the important qualities. And these are things like how reliable the person is, how you feel around them, how safe they make you feel, how kind they are. The important thing, are they going to be a good parent for your future kids? These are the qualities that actually matter. And even when it comes to physical attraction, is definitely not the most important thing. I know so many couples who weren't that physically attracted to each other at first, and that grew in time. They fell in love with each other, they got more attached to each other, and this attraction grew in time. And it can happen. So don't look for it. In some cases, physical attraction can actually be a red flag, especially for people that usually have an unavailable type or go for unavailable toxic people. Physical attraction can really often be confused with anxiety. So, feeling that anxiety and adrenaline and those trauma responses, are usually confused with chemistry or butterflies or attraction. And it's actually your body being in a state of alertness. And it's important, especially for these people that go for unavailable people or have a bad kind of type or go for the wrong people, that they actually date outside of their type and do not look for physical attraction. Now, I'm not saying be repulsed to that person, but if it's on a scale from 1 to 10, it doesn't need to be a 10 out of 10 level. It can be a 6 or a 7, and it's good enough. The third main reason is self-sabotage. You can't imagine the number of people out there that are saying they want to be in a relationship, and they consciously think and want that, and they really think that, but unconsciously they're not ready for a relationship. They're scared of commitment, they're scared of getting hurt, they had a bad experience with a breakup and now they're scared of being broken up to, so they end up self-sabotaging themselves from having a relationship. They either end the relationship or choose unavailable people. So having these unconscious patterns, these unconscious fears, will most likely definitely sabotage your relationship. Here it's extremely important that you get out a piece of paper and you start writing all the reasons why you don't want to be in a relationship. This is an exercise that I personally did a few years ago, and it absolutely transformed my dating life. Because when you start writing why you don't want to be in a relationship, you start understanding these subconscious patterns that are actually controlling your dating life. You know, you can write things like, I don't want to be in a relationship because I think all men or all women are like this and I'm gonna be hurt or cheated on, or I'm gonna get too attached and then I'm gonna be broken, or I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be trapped in the relationship, or I'm not gonna be able to travel or do all these things. You can't even realize how many unconscious things there are that we don't even realize, but that are controlling us and that are self-sabotaging us. And number 4, the grass is greener mentality. This is the kind of mentality that makes people single in their 50s wondering what the hell went wrong. So social media and dating apps brought this to a whole different level because they give us this illusion of unlimited choice. You know, when you're scrolling on dating apps, you feel like you have this unlimited catalog of hot supermodels, and it feels like, you know, I can find a relationship anytime. There's always something better. There's always someone more charismatic or smarter. And even if you have, let's say, a good partner or, you know, a good boyfriend, a good girlfriend that you get along with and, you know, you're happy with, you're still thinking, but maybe I can do better. You know, maybe I can find someone more attractive, more charismatic, more successful, more. And what happens is someone that's more decisive comes along and takes that good guy or that good girl, and you end up single. There's a really cute story analogy that I think puts things into perspective that I read once that I'd like to share with you. A new store has just opened in New York City that offers free husbands. And women, when they go in to choose a husband, they have to follow certain rules. The store has 6 floors. They can only visit it once. They can choose any husband from any level. They can choose to go up 1 floor, but they can never go down, besides to exit the building. So a woman is super excited to choose a husband and goes to the store. The first level says, men with jobs. The second level says, men with jobs and that love kids. The third level says, men with jobs, love kids, and are romantic. The woman is compelled to stay, but chooses to go on. The fourth level says, men with jobs, love kids, are romantic, and are extremely good looking. She's really impressed, but still chooses to go on to the 5th floor, which says, men with jobs, love kids, are romantic, extremely good looking, and help with housework. She's super fascinated. She says, wow, I've never seen this before, but she still chooses to go to the 6th floor, which says, you are visitor number 71,456. This level has no men. This level solely exists to show you can never be satisfied. To avoid any gender biases, the same shop owners open a wife store just across the street. The first floor has wives that love intimacy, the second one has wives that love intimacy and are kind, and the 3rd to 6th level have never been visited. Obviously, this is a really, sexist, gender biased story, and it can apply to any gender, but I thought it was a really cute analogy of how people that are never satisfied with what they have end up being disappointed and alone in the end. Alright, so this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video was useful and maybe something in it resonated with you. Please let me know what you think in the comments and give me ideas for future videos. Lots of love.